What watching a lot of K dramas says about your personality. If you find yourself consistently pulled into the 16 episode arcs of Korean dramas, it's easy for outsiders to write the habit off as simple escapism or a rom com obsession. However, psychologists and researchers who study media consumption suggest that a heavy K drama habit actually points to several distinct personality traits and emotional needs. Here is what your watch list likely says about you. 1. You have high emotional intelligence or are building it. Recent studies in media psychology have found that regular K drama viewers often report stronger emotional awareness and expressivity. Unlike Western shows that frequently rely on fast paced action, sarcasm, or shock value, K dramas are heavily character driven. They focus intensely on emotional modeling, showing characters verbalizing their feelings, sitting with vulnerability, and slowly rebuilding trust. If you gravitate toward this, you likely possess a high degree of empathy and value understanding the why behind people's actions. 2. You seek emotional catharsis. Therapists refer to a concept called externalization, processing your own difficult feelings by projecting them onto something outside yourself. Co-dramas frequently tackle heavy, universal themes like burnout, grief, intense family pressure, and trauma. Watching a character navigate a crushing workplace or complicated family dynamics provides a safe narrative distance for you to process your own real world stress. You aren't just escaping reality, you are using the storylines to safely feel and release your own pent up emotions. 3. You value slow burn relationships. Whether it's romance, friendship, or a found family dynamic, K dramas are famous for their slow, deliberate pacing. They emphasize the micro moments, a shared umbrella, lingering eye contact, or small acts of service, rather than rushing to physical intimacy or immediate resolution. A preference for the storytelling style suggests you value deep, gradually built connections in your own life over superficial or immediate gratification. 4. You may wrestle with perfectionism. There is a well documented flip side to the genre. Because K dramas often present highly idealized versions of reality, impeccable fashion, flawless skin, and partners who say exactly the right thing at the right time, frequent viewing can sometimes correlate with heightened perfectionism. Research indicates that heavy viewers occasionally experience lower body image satisfaction or slightly unrealistic expectations for romantic relationships, simply because the aesthetic and emotional bar on screen is set artificially high. 5. You appreciate cultural nuance. To heavily consume media from a culture outside your own requires cognitive empathy, the ability to recognize and understand a different worldview. You have to learn new social hierarchies, honorifics, and cultural norms regarding respect, duty, and family. This points to a curious, open minded personality that enjoys expanding its cultural scaffolding. The takeaway? Binge watching K dramas is usually less about turning your brain off and more about giving your heart a workout,